I think there was only one woman missing, and so it was Burdetta. And it was unusual because Burdetta was very enthusiastic and really wanted this. And as a matter of fact, when I had put the note out that I was opening and this was the day and so on, she was one of the first people woman who replied and said, yes, RSVP, yes, I am there. And she wasn't. And the women shared with me that she had been in a major accident and someone was severely injured.
I got a phone call at 2:30 in the morning. Burdetta's friend, good friend Elise, called and she was sobbing and kept saying, I don't know how to say this. It's Burdetta. I don't know how to tell you this. And my heart sank and I was so upset. She finally, I thought Burdetta was dead so I finally just said, tell me. And she told me that Burdetta had had an accident and had been arrested. And my heart hurt.
I went out with a friend one night for her birthday with a couple of friends. To hear me tell it that night, I was like super proud of myself because I hadn't even had that much to drink. I had like 3 old fashions, which for me was like child's play. But I forgot that I had also pre-gamed before we left for a while. And I came home that night. A friend called me and was like, hey, come over, hang out. You should grab an Uber and come over. And I went, and I remember I looked at the Uber times, and it was going to take like 20 minutes because it was right when everybody was getting out of the bars and stuff. And I was like, dude, it's like 15 blocks away on exactly the same street I live on, and I've done this 1,000 times. Like, I'm not gonna wait for an Uber. So I got in my car and I started driving down there, and on the way down there, a man rode his bicycle in front of my car, and I hit him. And because of our accident, he lost his left leg because of it. And it was the most terrifying thing that I've ever been through in my life. It was beyond. Like, I'll never forget, ever forget, seeing him on the ground and seeing his leg about 1.5 feet away from him. And so that night I went to the hospital and I got the glass picked out of my chest and my face from the accident. And while I was sitting there, they rolled him past me to go into surgery. And then I went to jail for 3 days until my mother came from Texas and bailed me out.
It's hard for any mom when you get the news your child is in jail. I didn't know what to do. I've never been, this is a first for our family. It's just been the 2 of us, and I've always worked at fixing whatever problem she had. So I wanted to be here. I wanted to be able to fix the problem. I just had to be where I could see her and touch her and know that she was okay.
We were planning to make the trip to go visit her and see her. The plan was for me to hop in the car with somebody else and we're going to all go together, and then things started falling through, and then I realized, oh my goodness, you mean I gotta drive up there by myself? And but I did. It was a little scary for me. It was the first time that I've actually driven that far up a mountain by myself, because I have a fear of heights. I do. I have even driving up a mountain. Yeah, I'm just afraid that I'm just going to topple off the side. So anyway, the thing that kept me moving forward was saying that I had to. It's Burdetta. She needs us. I have to. And little did I know that that act would really mean so much to her. I was just trying to be there for my girl.
I went to treatment like 20 days after the accident. The whole time I was telling myself, I was like, I'm not an alcoholic, because I hadn't drank since my accident. Because I couldn't. Like, I knew I was going to have to go to court, and I wasn't going to be able to look that man in the eye if I had a drink after that, you know. And I kept telling myself, I want to be able to honestly say, you know, if they were to even put me on a lie detector, to say I had not drank since that night. And so I didn't. And so I went into treatment thinking, I'm not an alcoholic, I'm just here for court. And probably about 15 to 20 days in, I was outside of an AA meeting, one that I go to now, still. And I was talking to a friend, and I had this aha moment where we were talking about like partying and stuff, and I was like, huh. And he was like, what's going on, B? I was like, dude, I think I might be an alcoholic. And he was like, yeah, I know that moment. It just hit you, huh? And I was like, yeah, that just hit me. And then from that moment, I have been changing, to say the least. Yeah.